got the right fit at Kansas State. Dante Cephas has committed to Kansas State. Happened a few days ago. He transferred into Penn State from Kent State after his coach left at Kent State. He ended up going to Penn State. Looked like it was going to work out well, especially with Drew Aller. The situation was going to do well in Happy Valley. But, I mean, if we're being honest, he wasn't that special this year. But when he was at Kent State sophomore, he had 82 catches for 1,240 yards and 9 touchdowns, which was big. A little fall off the next year, but he was still a great receiver. But the big thing about him also going to K-State is his former receiver coach from Kent State, Matthew Middleton, is now the Kansas State wide receivers coach. And I think a big reason that he didn't work out at Penn State wasn't him. I don't think it was him at all. And I think this is huge because this is a massive position of need. And I can't talk about that enough for Kansas State this year. This is a huge addition, especially when he's going to be comfortable with the position coach that he excelled under. So I think it didn't work at Penn State because they had the 77th overall passing attack last season. And let's just be honest, the James Franklin passing attack is not threatening at Penn State. And this year it was flatter than a 10-year-old Pepsi. It was just nothing. And Drew Aller, I thought he was going to have an incredible year. He still is probably going. I think he's going to shape into a great quarterback, but it wasn't like he was insane. They were just kind of like that team that you knew was better than all the teams not that great last year. I don't know what that sentence was, but they weren't threatening. I think he just ended up going to the wrong place, but it was a good program. Looked like they were going to have a great year, which they did. They just can never get over the hump of the two teams that are better than them, basically, in this modern era. And he just went there, and the passing attack's flat. You can't do anything under the James Franklin passing attack. I mean, you've had great players come out at receiver from Penn State, but that was more so that player being so insanely athletic and great at his position rather than the Penn State passing attack actually being great. So him going to K-State, I think this is huge for Kansas State. The position of need really helps Avery Johnson as well. This is great. This is good news for Kansas State fans.